Have you ever noticed that there are people who simply seem to attract money, opportunities, and success like a magnet, while others remain stuck in struggle, scarcity, and endless hustle, even though they are working hard all the time? And maybe you've asked yourself, what do they know that I don't? What are they doing differently that nobody ever told me? The truth is, it's not about luck. It's not about working until you burn out. There's a mental code, a programming, that separates those who get rich from those who keep spinning their wheels forever. And if you don't update that code, you'll keep running in the same cycle, wanting, trying, but nothing really changes. Today, I'm going to reveal to you the 5 mental programs that wealthy people activate every single day, whether consciously or unconsciously, to build wealth, freedom, and abundance. And once you understand this, your life will never be the same again. In fact, the 5th mental program is by far the most powerful one, and nobody ever talks about it. Stay with me until the end, because that one, it's a total game changer. The very first thing you need to understand is that since the day you were born, you've been fed a pile of lies about money. Things like, money doesn't buy happiness, money is dirty, rich people are greedy, you have to work really, really hard, and maybe one day you'll make it. All of these were planted in your mind as a mental program, silent, invisible, but extremely powerful. And what happens? You grow up with a mindset of scarcity, of fear, of survival, and the worst part? You start thinking this is normal. You believe that people who became rich either got lucky, cheated, or were born into wealth. And that is a massive lie. A lie that keeps millions of people stuck in the exact same place, generation after generation. But today, that stops. Because from this moment forward, you're going to understand how rich people think. And more importantly, how you can start thinking the exact same way. First mental program. Money is unlimited. That's right. Money doesn't run out. Money isn't scarce. Money isn't something that just runs dry like you've been told your whole life. Money is simply energy. It flows. It moves. It shifts from those who don't understand it to those who do. When you believe that money is limited, you live in fear. Fear of spending, fear of investing, fear of losing. And guess what fear does? It paralyzes you. And when you're paralyzed, you stop creating, you stop innovating, you stop growing. Wealthy people think differently. They know there's always more money, more opportunity, more value to be created. Always. This changes everything. Second mental program. Problems are hidden opportunities. While most people run away from problems, complain about problems, avoid problems, wealthy people run towards them. They know that where there's a problem, there's an opportunity to make money. Period. Need proof? Uber came from a problem. Expensive, unreliable transportation. Airbnb came from a problem. Expensive hotels and lack of flexible options. DoorDash, Instacart, iFood, all came from problems. Here's the hard truth. Every time you complain about a problem, you're leaving money on the table. Money that someone else is going to pick up. Third mental program. Your time is more valuable than your effort. People with a middle-class mindset trade time for money. Work, get paid. Work, get paid. Stop working. Stop getting paid. It's an invisible prison. Rich people think differently. They build assets, businesses, investments, systems, teams, automation, things that generate money whether they're working or not. If the only way you make money is by working, you're trapped. Trapped in something that looks like security, but it's really a cage. Wealthy people know the truth. Time is the most valuable asset in the world, far more valuable than money, and they protect it at all costs. Fourth mental program. Proximity is power. If you really understand this, it will change everything. You are, without exception, the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This isn't just motivational talk. This is real. It's neurological. It's scientifically proven. If you're surrounded by people who complain, who believe money is evil, who say this isn't for people like us, guess what? You become exactly like them. But if you start getting around people who play the game at a higher level, who talk about business, investments, growth, abundance, your brain rewires itself. Your standards rise, your life changes, whether you notice it or not. And listen, this doesn't mean you need to go out and meet millionaires today. It means you must intentionally choose the content you consume, the videos you watch, the podcasts you listen to, the books you read, the events you attend, the communities you join. Because proximity today isn't just physical, it's mental, it's digital, it's energetic. And now, we get to the most powerful mental program of them all. And let me be clear, if you don't activate this one, none of the others will work. And it's simple, but brutal. I am 100% responsible for my wealth. Rich people don't outsource responsibility. They don't blame the government. They don't blame the economy. They don't blame their parents, their city, the crisis, the country, or their past. They own it, fully, completely. If my financial life isn't where I want it to be, it's my responsibility. If I don't have what I desire, it's my responsibility to learn, grow, make mistakes, fix them, and get it done. This is the most liberating mindset on the planet, because the moment you realize that everything is your responsibility, everything becomes your opportunity, and that changes absolutely everything. Do you see now why getting rich starts in the mind? It's not about working more. It's not about luck. It's not about waiting for something to fall from the sky. It's about thinking differently, because if you don't change what's happening inside, nothing will ever change outside. If you don't upgrade your mental code, your bank account will always reflect your old programming. Let me be absolutely clear with you. True wealth doesn't start in your pocket. It starts in your mind. Money is just the consequence of what's happening up here. And if this video resonated with you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this with someone who desperately needs to unlock their mind and change their life. I'll see you in the next video. Let's go. Let's build your freedom. Let's activate your millionaire mind.